Hey, don't marry a poor man. Yes, I said it. And before you roll your eyes and start thinking I'm talking about money, just hold on. Hold that thought for a moment. I want you to picture a man who on paper seems very fine. Maybe he's even ambitious. Maybe he has some money. Maybe it looks like he's got his life all together. But I want you to watch closely. Does he shy away from responsibility? Does he make excuses more than plans? Does he react angrily when things don't go his way? Does he brush off advice or corrections like it doesn't matter? Because that is where the real poverty lives. Not in the wallet, but in attitude, in mindset, in manner, and in habit, and it will transform into the wallet very soon. Some men may have nothing today and still be rich in discipline, vision, and character. Some men can have everything and still be poor in how they think, how they treat others, and how they handle life generally. And here's what happened with most women: they fall in love with what they see. They see what could be, not what it is right now. And slowly, without noticing, partnership will turn into management. Small frustrations will pile up, your patience will get stretched, your energy start to fade. Not because he is evil, no, not because he's wrong, but because habits and mindsets amplify over time. And that is why this conversation is very, very important. I need you to listen carefully. I am Top Man, by the way, and welcome to Beautiful Ashes, a place where we talk relationship, faith, and clarity without pressure. Yeah, we talk about the things that really, really matters before marriage, before the vows, okay, or wedding picture, and all of those things. Today, we are going to unpack what it really means to avoid marrying a poor man. Not in money necessarily, but in character, mindset, attitude, and habits. All of this will eventually affect money later on. I will also explore how to spot the signs early so you can protect your peace and your future. So let's get into this. Poverty isn't just about money. It's showing up quietly in ways you might not notice it at first. It starts with attitude, excuses, defensiveness, blame shifting, avoiding responsibility, mentality that encourage stagnancy, lack of plan, and all of those things. Disrespect, careless words, lack of empathy, how he treats others around him in habits, in actions, ignoring opportunities, running from corrections, even small things count. The way he reacts when a plan changes, the way he talks about his future, the way he treats strangers or service workers should give you a sign. If you learn to notice these signs early, you will see who he really is long before you're emotionally invested or married to that man. Hmm. The difference between being broke and being poor is this. Here is the difference. Being broke is temporary, okay? The temporary thing. Life happens, job comes and go. Circumstances can change. But being poor is usually a pattern. Broke men are learning. Poor men are defending. Broke men ask questions. They try again, they adjust. But poor men explain why nothing works and really try not to change anything. So, yes, a man can have money and still be someone worth your time. All right? And yes, a man can also have money and still be poor in ways that quietly drain your peace. Anyhow, don't marry a poor man. It is very, very important. These are the silent costs of marrying a poor man. And unfortunately, this doesn't happen overnight. It is quiet, it is gradual. Emotional fatigue. That's the first one. You're always explaining, encouraging, carrying more than you share. Number two is financial strain. Not always because money is missing, but because wisdom and habits are lacking. Third is stalled potential or personal growth. Because one person is compensating for the other. So growth is not possible. Quiet resentment building without either of you noticing. Now, marriage doesn't fix poor habits or mindset, it actually magnifies it, okay? And ladies, let me tell you this. This is subtle, it creeps in like a whisper. You don't feel it at first until suddenly you are exhausted. Not from work, not from life, but from carrying someone else's load and burden of growth for them. These are some emotional traps that women fall into without realizing it. The love without discernment. Pity disguises as compassion. Oh, I can help him grow, I can change him. Slowly turn into I can carry everything. Confusing kindness with responsibility. You can support growth, yes, but you are not called to replace effort. Know this. And here is a soft reminder: God didn't design marriage for one person to do all the lifting. It is a partnership, a teamwork, and a shared journey. So, what really matters in a partner? Forget how they look, forget their smooth talk, temporary comfort, and all of those things. Focus on these 5 points and be deliberate in understanding the man you want to marry. Number one, check for teachability. Is he willing to learn and adjust? Responsibility. Does it take action, even in small things? Vision in action. Not just words, but consistent habit. Does he know how to translate his vision to actions? Emotional maturity. Reflection, apology, and adjustment. Very important. Then consistency. Does his action match with his promises? Direction matters more than current position. Habit matters more than hope. And if you marry a man with these qualities, the money becomes secondary. But if he lacks this thing, no amount of cash will make your life easier. Now, I want you to know this: marriage wasn't man's idea, God initiated it. So, trying to understand marriage without God leaves a gap. Marriage is a partnership and not a rescue mission. Prayer is powerful, but it doesn't cancel pattern. Faith is not blind, it is discerning. Responsibility usually comes before provision. An alignment of values and direction matters more than appearances. Okay? Now, this is the question every lady must ask herself. Number one, am I choosing love or avoiding loneliness? Two, do I see efforts or only explanation? Three, am I attracted to who he is now or who I imagine him to become? Number four, if nothing changes, can I live peacefully with this reality? Pause. Reflect. Let those questions sit. Don't rush it. Everyone starts somewhere. Growth matters more than current status. Okay? Direction is more important than position, but direction must be visible. Pattern will not change simply because love exists. Yeah? So, guys, the thing is that marriage amplifies what already exists in us. You don't marry hope, you marry habit, you marry attitude, you marry mindset and character. Before love blinds you, I need you to pause, observe, ask the questions, okay? Support growth, yes, but don't replace efforts with that. Do this with wisdom, patience, and faith, and marriage can be enjoyable, fulfilling, and very peaceful. Remember, this is Beautiful Ashes, where we share clarity to love, life, and growth. Thanks for watching this, and have a blessed day. See you in the